the Honorable John Jinapo, is to explore the best way we can roll out the cylinder recirculation model without destroying existing business models. We believe that when people have invested so much into infrastructure and others, we cannot use policy within a short time to destroy all that investment. So we are exploring the best way to keep possibly the two systems together. I want to thank my sector minister, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Doctor. In fact, I omitted a doctor earlier. It's not easy to do a PhD. Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapo, the governing board of the authority, my able deputy, Dr. Dramani, who is here with me, beautifully clothed in his smock, and all the partners who have made today's program a huge success. My other deputy is supposed to be here, but she's equally engaged in another important assignment, Dr. Sheila Ado. And I want to thank my imams who today have come in their numbers. Today, thankfully, I have here Kofi Kaba Kasina, the Kasina Nankana Chief of Ashaiman. I want to thank you personally for honoring this invitation. The Ashaiman Municipal
Ebi Ohonoma wa me Stonebwoy amobo mo samani ebe na wotwini me kwotna elope mu no ntimu bi mo de oba mo bisa ne se okoye no wa hu se gas exchange no eye adwuma na me nwana mo me da mo nyina ase nya me hira mo
momo mo nsem kese pa ma Mr. Kofi Capito wa church niema mu ama ye hu se nia eye gas e hu faso e wo mayen ene yensese ne yebetimi ye mantem ne efiefie mu no yebetimi ayusu gas o Stonebwoy ayusu gas enti wo so gas abamao katoni as a gas abamao Madam Asibebre. So at this juncture I would introduce a few more of our special guests and dignitaries here.
Municipal Chief Executive of the Ashaiman Municipal Assembly.
Good morning to all of you. Deputy Minister, Honorable MP for Ashaiman, to accept to be the chairman for today's program. We are here to rekindle our commitment to green environment by the use of LPG, and the program could not come on at any place than Ashaiman, where we patronize and use gas in our homes. As we are gathered here, we are happy to receive all of you, and we know and pray that today's program will be a successful one. On this note, I accept to be the chairman for the occasion. Thank you.
The media, the security agencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and privilege to join you all for this important occasion. The 2025 NPA Consumer Week celebration being held here in Ashaiman. Here we call it the Republic of Ashaiman. It's not just Ashaiman, it's a republic. I extend warm appreciation to the Minister for Energy and Green Transition and the leadership of the National Petroleum Authority for choosing Ashaiman as the host community for this year's grand celebration. This is indeed a recognition of our vibrant and progressive people who continue to contribute immensely to the nation's energy consumption and economic growth. The NPA, under the leadership of its chief executive, has demonstrated strong commitment to consumer protection, public education, and energy safety across the country. The Ministry of Energy's support and policy direction in promoting the use of liquefied petroleum gas are commendable and reflect government's determination to ensure cleaner, safer, and more sustainable energy use in every household. The people of Ashaiman fully support this national agenda and are ready to adopt LPG as a primary source of domestic energy. Our residents appreciate the environmental and health benefits of LPG and are determined to use it responsibly and safely. Through continued education and community engagement, we will ensure that every household understands the correct handling, storage, and use of LPG. However, to make this transition practical and accessible, I wish to appeal to the NPA and the Ministry of Energy to facilitate the establishment of additional LPG exchange points within the Ashaiman community. Increasing the number of exchange points will not only enhance convenience and safety, but also prevent overcrowding at existing stations and reduce the risks associated with long travel distance for gas refills. Once again, I commend the National Petroleum Authority for this initiative and assure you of the full cooperation and support of the people of Ashaiman. Together, let us continue to champion cleaner energy, protect our environment, and build a safer, sustainable future for our nation. I thank you very much, and I welcome you all to this very important program. Thank you very much.
Stonebwoy is discussing my speech, so maybe I'll pause for him to second.
Yes, Republic of Ashaiman. Stonebwoy is here. Make some noise for Stonebwoy.
Ebi ohonoma wa me Stonebwoy amobo mo nsam mani ebe na awotwini me kwotena elopremu no otimu bi mo de oba mo bisa ne se okoye no wa hu se gas exchange no eye adwuma na me nwana mo me da mo nyina ase nyame nhira mo
Momo nsem kese pa ma Mr. Kofi Capito. Wa church eniema mu ama ye hu se nia eye gas ehun faso a wo mayen ene yensese ne yebetimi ye mantem ne efiefie mu no yebetimi ayusu gas o system boy ayusu gas enti won so gas abama o kacho ni as gas abama o medama sibebre So at this juncture, I would introduce a few more of our special guests and dignitaries here. Ghana National Gas Company. He is representing the CEO of Ghana Gas. That's Mr. Richard Ernest Gyan-Mensah. Please put your hands together for him. Then we have the Director for Human Resources at NPA, Madame Sedinam Mamara. Put your hands together. Na afe ase last in Stonebwoy ekoma wo send baby ya obia wa joining here for the celebration of the Consumer Week 2025 for the cultural troupe. Welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, Mr. Godwin Kudzo Tameklo Esquire. Please put your hands together for our boss.
I don't know whether to say good morning or good afternoon. Okay, so good morning. It's always refreshing to come to the Republic of Ashaiman. It is the only republic within a republic with Lebanon, a republic with all the good things and everything you can think about in life. But coming here today reminds me of a lot more in terms of a personal relationship with this beautiful community. I am tempted to say, Eyezu, but that's temptation. I will say it. Ashaiman is a very dear constituency and community to me, because anytime I go into any election, until I know the result from Ashaiman, I cannot rest. And it is when Ashaiman speaks, the rest of Ghana listens. Ashaiman, Madam Wasepa, I want to thank the Honorable Minister for Green Transition and Energy, the Honorable John Abdullah Jinapo, who for his busy schedule couldn't come here, and ably represented by the Member of Parliament for the good people of Gomwa West, Deputy Minister for Green Transition, a good brother, a co-conspirator, the Honorable Richard Jan. My good friend and brother, I always fight with, Mr. Gabriel Kumi, the chairman of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, members, the board, members of the governing board of the National Petroleum Authority, my board chair, the distinguished lawyer Hudu Yaya, who for some reason is not with us here today. I want to thank my senior brother Kofi Kapito, whose advocacy in protecting consumers is well known. Brother Kofi Kapito, thank you. The chairman of today's occasion, the man who is representing President John Dramani Mahama in this beautiful area, Honorable Chekbo, my brother, and the one representing these people, the good people of Ashaiman in Parliament, Honorable Ernest Nobe. I think I have to pronounce it well before I'm called before the Privileges Committee of Parliament. That said, I want to thank all the civil society groups, members who are here today. I want to single out the Acting Director of Consumer Services of the National Petroleum Authority, Mrs. Eunice Bodunyako, and her team for putting out this beautiful program. To the team, I say, Maune Iranu, thank you so much. My directors who today are here, Director, Corporate Affairs, you take the products. We also want to raise awareness about a major policy that the authority is spearheading, that is the cylinder recirculation model. Ghana's plan to make LPG safer and more accessible. We also want to educate the public on the safe use of petroleum products, consumer rights, as well as to share best practices with petroleum service providers. Let me quickly say, the directorate in charge, led by Mrs. Budu Nyako, have been through many of our secondary schools, tertiary institutions to educate our compatriots on safer use of LPG. Let me say this. The NPAs envision a petroleum downstream petroleum sector that is innovative, efficient, and sustainable. Since assuming office as the chief executive of the NPA, I have emphasized the importance of affordability, quality, reliability in the supply of petroleum products to Ghanaians. Our commitment remains to ensure fair pricing, strict adherence to industry standards, in alignment with the vision of His Excellency, the President John Dramani Mahama, when he promised to reset and transform the sector whilst rolling out the 24-hour economy initiative. Today, at the authority, we have put together a steering committee on the rollout of the 24-hour economy policy. LPG and the future of energy in Ghana. Thankfully, my ministry today is called the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. transition. What it tells you is that His Excellency the President vision is not just energy, but the critical question of green transition in fulfillment of Ghana's international obligations relative to climate change. LPG is a key part of Ghana's sustainable energy future. By choosing LPG over charcoal and fuel wood, will protect our forests, reduce pollution, and improve public health. Through the cylinder recirculation model, NPA would ensure that all cylinders are safely filled, inspected, and distributed through licensed bottling plants. Our goal is to make LPG the preferred choice of energy for every Ghanaian household. The role of the consumer and industry partners. When my brother Gabriel Kumi, the chair of COMAC, was speaking, he raised some industry concerns. I want to assure COMAC and the other industry players that the authority will do everything in its power. One, to open our doors to industry concerns, to meet industry players promptly, to resolve issues that we should resolve for the growth of the petroleum downstream. And let me assure Mr. Kumi, now one of the things that we want to do, and we at the Honorable John Jinapo, is to explore the best way we can roll out the cylinder recirculation model without destroying existing business models. We believe that when people have invested so much into infrastructure and others, we cannot use policy within a short time to destroy all that investment. So we are exploring the best way to keep possibly the two systems together. I want to thank my sector minister, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Doctor. In fact, I omitted a doctor earlier. It's not easy to do a PhD. Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapo, the governing board of the authority, my able deputy, Dr. Dramani, who is here with me, beautifully clothed in his smock, and all the partners who have made today's program a huge success. My other deputy is supposed to be here, but she's equally engaged in another important assignment, Dr. Sheila Ado. And I want to thank my imams who today have come in their numbers. Today, thankfully, I have here Kofi Kaba Kasina, the Kasina Nankana Chief of Ashaiman. I want to thank you personally for honoring this invitation. The Ashaiman Municipal.
Come again. Jericho. Jericho, are you in the house? Okay, which other one? You have Mexico. Mexico, are you in the house? Valco Flats. I hear Republic of Petroleum. We have Middle East. We have USA. Hey, the whole USA is in Ashaiman. Then we are bigger than the Republic. Washington. Put your hands together for yourselves. Republic of Ashaiman. Wow. Okay, so we're shifting the gears. My CEO gave you a hint regarding who is coming next. Ladies and gentlemen, the multiple award-winning gospel sensation, the man behind so many hits. We have, representing the Ashaiman Ministerial Assemblies, Apostle Samuel Mate. Please put your hands together for him. Then we also have Apostle Dr. Enoch Amuwate. Please put your hands together for him. Then we have the Ashaiman Journalists Association and the Nash Yaro bloggers from Ashaiman. Let's appreciate all of them. At this juncture, we want to take an address, what I call the visionary.
Come, our special guest of honor. Please be on your feet and give us a hand clap you've never given before as we take the special address from the Deputy Minister.
The Honorable Member of Parliament for the good people of Ashaiman, now Christian the Republic of Ashaiman. The CEO of Ghana, the CEO of NPA, government officials, the security couples present, friends of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Support to the cylinder recirculation model and also acknowledge the concerns they have raised. I would assure them that the minister is collaborating with all stakeholders in the LPG supply chain to ensure that no one is left out and every teething challenge that we have with the policy will be addressed to serve the needed purpose. Nananom and our distinguished imams and ladies and gentlemen present here, the cylinder recirculation model is crucial for several reasons. This model ensures that cylinders are filled in a controlled environment, thereby reducing the risk of accidents and ensuring that our cylinders meeting the highest safety requirements are in circulation for our consumer use. In addition, the use of the cylinder exchange points, which are cheaper to construct, means that filled cylinders will be available closer to consumers in their communities, thereby improving access. The decentralized approach ensures that even remote areas can benefit from the safe and efficient LPG distribution. The ministry has taken a keen interest in the transformation of the Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company to reposition it to play an important role in the implementation of the National LPG Promotion Program. And the cylinder recirculation model is key in this discussion. Under this government, an investment plan that has been developed to revitalize the Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company operation to make it a leading player in the production and supply of quality LPG cook stove and cylinder for Ghanaian markets and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey towards a sustainable and better tomorrow cannot be championed by government alone. It is a collective effort that requires the active participation of every citizen. The success of this initiative depends heavily on the active involvement of consumers, marketers, and all stakeholders in the petroleum downstream sector. I have seen the schedule of activities of this year's Consumer Week celebration, and it promises to be exciting and impactful. Let us treat this week not as a ceremonial observance, but a catalyst for deeper responsibility, transparency, and renewed commitment to safeguarding lives and the environment. The lesson we learn from these activities should not end here. Let us continue these conversations with our neighborhoods, workplace, and homes. Let us share the knowledge we gain, dispel the myth, and encourage one another to make the shift to clean energy very much possible. The ministry reaffirms its commitment to promoting LPG and other clean energy sources as the preferred choice for every Ghanaian household. On behalf of the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, my boss, Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapo, I formally declare the 2025 NPA Consumer Week celebration duly launched. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you all the best for the week. Thank you.
Address, and thank you for your commitment to Ghana's clean energy transition agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, safety is one of the key messages of this year's Consumer week. Coming up next is what we call a fire drill demonstration. Yebesua adie kakra ebano senia ye handle eja. Nintinia mo say ya clear finfin ho no. Nti samay ready. Let's welcome ADO1 Maxwell Nyinaku and his team. He's the fire safety officer at the Ashaiman Fire Office. Please put your...
But before then, I want to mention one or two things since we are talking about LPG. Gas here, most of us use Kofi. But there are one or two things many of us don't know. Say, when we do, it brings or it can bring about fire outbreak. It's at any time when you are using the cylinder, yes, and first cylinder no 80 cement in the soup and our thousand so direct. If you want to use the cylinder, kindly put it on board or any block, could be board or block. Yeah, first cylinder no 80 cement in the soup direct. Number 2. Those of us who have 9 inches and 6 inches block and cylinder head, yes, Remo, a bit timid or how abafie. And now, what they block at Osono, we kindly entreat all of us to desist from such acts. Again, most of us have both the burner and the cylinder in our kitchen and enclosed. With all due respect, we advise that the cylinder, you can provide a lot from it outside. And oil, nothing, a jack, a tomwa, yemfa ensuo, enkodumuno. Mr. Nimo, Ashaiman Hanan say more yard the way I'm on fire service, air cooperative in Nigeria. And so, you have a soldier no. Now you use blankets, but before I only blankets in the other corner, as I said, we lose so.
Chief, please, I'll blog it.
This is when I said, if it is oil that is burning, please don't use water. You could see that as he is adding the water, the fire or the you see. So we do not use shit and don't see. And the edge of the air, you know, Esther. And so we will do another one, getting full. We will do the blanketing while we observe. I can walk to anybody, any of the guests or any of us here to come and do it for us. So please, let's pay attention to what we are doing. Good. So that is the full. I tell you, Gyan-Mensah and a couple my day jaba. Baku ye mfrema, baku ye oshew, ana baku ye fuo. Yeah, adie bi a ehyidia no, ana yetimi hyidia e fuo. Mesra wo se ko ba se, o chi adie with anwa na eja etomu a ahombrasiem, emfa ensuo enkogu se wo ridum no. Because when you so ni gusu nyina no, na ano yede. Esther advance, na ano yede. Enti all ko nyina yes okokeke. Or the brand no air born home by and sana or the akokataso. What the kataswa and Gyan-Mensah and when you back free. When you back a free man, I and Freman pet a fake Gyan-Mensah every room. Hello. So when I say fire, you say safety. Fire. 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 Good. And so we will do the last one.
Wow. What's happening?